Right, it's not been a very good outing for the Indian team so far, but it's been a pleasurable outing for the West Indies. And one very pleasant lady, Stacey Ann King, joins me here for this India-West Indies clash, which is going to happen very shortly. But the preview of it, Stacey, are you surprised with the way West Indies has started performing so very well in this World Cup? Or are you saying, well, this was always around the bend and I was surprised why they were not performing like this earlier?
I'm surprised, like everybody, and I think like you at home, I'm surprised. Like, I know they want to do well, but seeing them beat in their first game, New Zealand, host New Zealand, and then going on to beat England. Oh, listen, I was in the commentary box, and I was just there like, my paw started to raise. It's still raising here because it's unbelievable. It's still just so unbelievable that West Indies women have won 2 games in 2 tries.
I like the way she says I'm still having those goosebumps because she was in the commentary box. She actually called the moment when West Indies won against New Zealand. Talk us through about that moment first, please.
So I'm there, and I'm there with Ian Smith, and he's talking, he's going through, he's asking for a super over. But mind you, West Indies has a lot of experience in super overs because they've won 2 against South Africa. But I'm there, my head is down, my head is up. I'm like, Deandra Dutton is going to bowl. She wasn't cleared medically to bowl. That's why Stephanie Taylor said to her, that's going to be between you and the coach. Nonetheless, took the ball, wickets, 2 wickets, 2 runs. Listen, I was just there and like, what is going on? So just try to keep my composure, let it happen, and then yes, absolutely amazing. Like I didn't even have words, but I found words.
Well, you found perfect words, and I must tell all the people out there because she was out there, I think a day prior to that game, she was out there doing a preparation, homework, and we just couldn't find Stacey Ann King anywhere 24 hours prior to the first game of the West Indies. So she's well rehearsed for sure. And she rehearses the lines very well as well. But again, when you look at Hayley Matthews, we know Hayley Matthews can perform. We know what kind of an impact Anisa Mohammed can go out there and make as well. But what are the players around? You know, with Shemaine Campbell delivering, with the Shadeen Nation playing a very crucial role. How has this just happened to be a nice turnaround? I see Courtney Walsh sitting like this at times, but then it's happening for them. What's the difference?
I think it's about time. It has reached to the fact that they've put in so much work. They've been in so many camps. And it's literally like, come on, we have to do what we've been training to do. So I think they've literally ticked off those boxes. You work so hard in the nets. You've got fitness testing. You've got diet sheets to follow. It's like, come on, reward yourself. And I think that's what they're doing. They're rewarding themselves.
That outstanding catch of Deandra Dutton. Of course, we've already seen one picture of the tournament with Bisma Maroof around with the Indian players, and that outstanding catch, I won't say it reminds me of another catch which happened in 1992, but yes, you can't refer it. You can't not refer it about the Jonty Rhodes catch. But Deandra Dutton, outstanding fielder. What were your thoughts of seeing that catch?
It was unbelievable, and we know, I'm sure you know, that she can pull off these spectacular moments. But to see her go airborne, transfer the weight from her left foot, go all the way up with her left hand, non-dominant hand, and especially knowing that she had shoulder surgery. And the game prior, she was holding that left shoulder as well. So to see her being able to put all that aside and just do what needs to be happening for the team, because that changed the whole game. Brilliant stuff.
Outstanding stuff. And to say that the spinners have done really well. Hayley Matthews, it's nice to have Hayley Matthews bowling a few overs alongside. I mean, Deandra Dutton takes the ball just when everything needs to be done. And Hayley Matthews comes and scores runs. Will you be surprised to see them taking the new ball? I won't be surprised if Stefani or Hayley Matthews turns up with a new ball. Would you be expecting that against the Indian team?
Being honest, I had a preview earlier today and I said that to them. I said, look at New Zealand, how New Zealand decided to change and go with spin early. I think Anisa Mohammed may come in with that new ball, or a Hayley Matthews. They've got that control. Stephanie Taylor, she's been a bit expensive with the ball. She hasn't been bowling much. See her holding that shoulder as well. So not sure if she's fully fit, but I don't think it's not going to be unreachable. I think they might just try it as well.
And on the batting front, we know who all should be delivering. We know who all are the main batters in this lineup. But that lower middle order for the West Indies, in that last game against England, they batted really well, especially Campbell and Nation as well. Would you be surprised if somebody gets up the order a bit more?
No, I think they won't do it. Why I think that is because it's an area that West Indies has struggled. Now you move Hayley Matthews from that middle order and now put her to open. So you want the others because there's experience. Hayley Matthews, Deandra Dutton up at top. You need Shadim Nation and you need Shemaine Campbell in the middle to keep things tight.
Are you surprised with the Indian matches against Pakistan? Of course, you saw them very closely, and the game last against the New Zealand. Are you surprised with their approach, or you say, well, it's just a nice game around the bend for them?
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. I mean, they haven't started well early. They need to sort that out. This is the big stage. You need to find a way and get it done, right? What I think as well is that opening partnership. Yeah, they would have dropped a couple of players, but you need to give them a chance. They have to get it right. They've put in the hard yards. They have to get it right. So either you put more responsibility or more, tell them as it is, like in terms of if you don't score, take away something. You need to force them to score runs. A good start is what India has been missing. You can't depend on Vastraka down the end, because I really like her. I really love her performance. She's been exceptional. I don't know where she came from, but she has been, like today I picked her in my Dream 11 because I think that she's going to be an amazing player in this tournament.
So lastly, is it going to be an all-round game of batting, bowling, especially the spinners versus West Indies from the Indian side, or would you say it's going to be an even contest?
I think it's going to be an even contest, and why I say that, India has some spinners that I don't think West Indies really like to bat against. I think they're going to be challenged, especially after seeing how 3 wickets fell against England when Sophie Ecclestone came in at that 21st over. I think it's going to be a challenge for West Indies, but I think the momentum is with them.
Absolutely. So the game's going to be played at Hamilton, the same very venue where India played New Zealand, and it's going to be the same pitch, most likely, which is going to be played on between India and the West Indies. Indian team needs to tighten up. The West Indies are doing just fine.